Good evening, 2E1CQ for Ham Radio 3.0. What we're going to talk about tonight is VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. And if I can get this up for you, how much does it actually cost to obtain a working device or a device that you can easily program for these networks? Well, there are a number of places you can buy them. There are retail outlets in the UK that will sell any SIP phone, whether it be Polycom, Yealink, Vanville, Grandstream, and so on. But if you can't afford those prices, you can easily buy it from one of the auction sites. You'll probably recognise the one I've got up on the screen there. And one of the easiest phones to program all through one of the networks will totally program it for you, which is called provisioning. They automatically provision it for you, and that will be on line 1, which is obviously the top button on the right hand side on that picture there. Line 1's at the top and line 5's at the bottom. So how much are these actually cost? Well, if we go out of that and actually have a look, there you go, £25. That's the cheapest I've actually seen a Cisco 525G2. That's the make of the internet phone. They don't. Cisco themselves don't support that phone anymore, but they're still widely available and is a very good phone. I've had 2 of these in my time since I've been on these services, and they've been working marvellous. And they can have other services on the phone as well, quite comfortably. So what do you get for £25? Well, on this particular one, you just get the phone. You probably will need a power adapter, or it will work PoE, which is power over Ethernet. The actual guy selling them, if I scroll on down, Gordon C, lives locally to me, up in Southampton, Portsmouth way, not that far away, about 40-50 minutes. I've had 2 phones off him before. I'm not connected with Gordon in any way, and he doesn't know I'm doing this quick video. I thought, because I was looking through eBay and I found one of these at a very good price. He does have them from time to time, and they are actually good phones. And you've got 5 lines. There's 4 networks you can choose, so you've got plenty of room to get these on. One thing, when you are looking around to buy a phone, whether it will be off this auction site or another place, have a look at this picture. I can click on it and increase it slightly. The MAC address is like anything you have electronically. It's like a cell phone. You have a MAC address with a cell phone, or IMI number, very similar. That comes with the phone. That is actually required from one of the networks when you apply for their service. That is auto provisioned. They require a MAC number. The software version 7.6.2F, that's the latest firmware. All through the phone, isn't supported anymore by Cisco. That is the latest firmware. Hardware version 2.1.1, that's up to date. What is critical part of this video is the bottom one. Customization is open. If that was actually locked to, say for example, Vodafone, also you can change it and get it working on the VoIP networks for amateur radio. It is awkward. I haven't tried it myself. You may need some programming and experience, but why have the hassle if you can buy a phone like this for £25 and the customization is open, which anything can actually go on it. All the ham radio networks can go on it with ease. There's no need to muck about with it and everything else. And it's a nice looking phone, as it is. It comes with a stand at the back, comes with a handset, some details there. And the good thing about the 525G2 is right on the right hand label it's got Wi-Fi. So if your Radio Shack isn't actually near your internet router, you can actually connect it via Wi-Fi. The only thing you can't do on Wi-Fi is get it provisioned by one of the networks. They require a solid interconnection via LAN. The only reason for that is that when the phone reboots over the course of the period of its program cycle or provisioning cycle with Wi-Fi, it's actually going to knock the Wi-Fi out, and the phone won't provision if you can't get connected. So you have to have it connected to the internet whilst the phone is actually being provisioned. Once it's been provisioned, you can unplug it, put it back in your Radio Shack, turn on the Wi-Fi, reset up the Wi-Fi, and the phone will be connected and work faultlessly on all the networks. Go back to that one. Go back to that. So for £25, you can always send Gordon a message, ask him any questions you like. Power adapter you're going to need is at least 5 volts. 2 amp, 2.5 amp will be ample to run that. Ask him any questions. For that sort of money, you can't go wrong. And what these phones can do is quite remarkable. You can dial some of the UK network All-Star nodes, like on Extended Freedom, FreeSTAR network, CQ UK, Digital Voice Scotland, Phoenix Group, all have bridges from Hamshack Hotline. Not Hamshack Hotline, Hams over IP. Do apologise, got the wrong network then. So all these can actually be dialed from this phone. And it's great fun. And you can talk away on nets. You can talk individually. If you dial 25006, which is the FreeSTAR All-Star Hub, that is actually connected to quite a lot of repeaters, gateways around the world, from Australia, New Zealand, States. Sometimes it has a 10 meter, 29 meg gateway link. A very active network. Same with all the networks are very active. Talk all around the world for £25. It's not HF. It's not meant to be. Will never replace HF. But very little outlay. And a very nice looking device in the Radio Shack. If you want to ask any questions, please leave us a comment. 2E1CEQ for Ham Radio 3.0 73s.